Right now at noon, an area doctor is weighing in on UW-Madison's decision to go virtual and quarantine 2 dorms. What he's saying about the decision. And Sun Prairie police are searching for a shooter after a man was shot late last night.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
But returning them home has the risk of introducing illness into their own home communities, which is something to be considered as well in that decision point.
Right now at noon, students living in 2 UW-Madison dorms are being quarantined as positive COVID-19 cases on campus increase. Last night, UW-Madison announced it is switching to virtual learning for the next 2 weeks as they try to stem the spread of COVID-19 on campus. UW officials quarantined all residents inside Celery and Whitty residence halls for the next 2 weeks. All students living in those residence halls will be tested on Thursday or Friday for COVID-19. Our crew saw students stocking up on food ahead of that quarantine deadline last night. The Badgers hockey and football teams also announced they will pause workouts. Before UW-Madison announced it is going virtual, county officials asked UW-Madison to consider moving students living in dorms back to their homes, along with establishing more on-campus quarantine facilities and increasing testing capabilities. Our Jamie Perez is live from Celery Hall, where hundreds of students are being quarantined. Jamie?
All right, well, this is officially day 1 of that quarantine, which they were just told about late last night. Had little time to prepare. Right now, going on behind me is the lunch line. Now, I saw what was inside one of these. One of the students showed me that he just got a sandwich. Some students are getting a sandwich and chips, and they told me that for breakfast, all they got was a water bottle and a muffin. A lot of students here complaining about the lack of communication that they got beforehand. And earlier today, we actually got a response from UW Health Dr. Jeff Pothoff about the university's decision. Here's what he had to say about that.
Some early actions were taken that didn't seem to stop the rise in cases. So something like this where, they do a pause for a few days, go to completely virtual, and then probably even more impactful, this idea of quarantining 2 residence halls where there is fairly large transmission of COVID is a step in the right direction. I think the question that remains unknown is it going to be enough? Are we actually going to see some decreases in transmission amongst our young adults on campus, or are we continue to see an increase in cases, and will different measures need to be considered?
Now, after talking to several of the students in line here, a lot of them say they were not prepared. They did not have enough adequate response time to prepare for what was about to happen, to prepare to be quarantined. So coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 4, 5, and 6, what life is like inside of these two quarantine buildings, Whitty and Celery Hall, plus what their reaction is to the university's handling of the situation.
All right, we'll see you then. Jamie Perez reporting live from UW campus. Thank you, Jamie. In the last 24 hours, Dane County has seen the largest spike in COVID-19 cases so far. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi said that new numbers from public health show that there were 456 new positive cases in the last day, with the majority of them coming from UW-Madison. Parisi released a statement this morning saying Public Health Madison-Dane County has nearly 100 contact tracers to help identify and isolate illness in a timely fashion. Even with the most robust contact tracing program in the state, our public health department will not be able to keep up with this volume of cases from the UW. We'll continue to bring you the latest of what's happening on the UW-Madison campus as they go virtual and dorms are quarantined. For the latest updates, you can download our News 3 Now app for free on your phone's app store. Another cool September day, scattered showers out there. Let's head to the Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has a look at your first warm forecast. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Mark. Even as late as last night, I thought most of the showers would be done with by this time of the day, but unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. You can see more showers moving through southern Wisconsin on high-resolution Doppler radar, so that is keeping the temperatures way down. Right now, Madison's at 50 degrees, but to the north and west, temperatures are in the middle to upper 40s. To the south and east, temperatures are a couple degrees warmer, especially in areas that haven't seen much in the way of shower activity. But over the next 12 hours, you can see those temperatures staying pretty flat in the lower 50s through the afternoon and probably through much of the evening as well. We'll have to see whether or not we can get the showers out of here later on tonight. We'll have a forecast that does include some improvement, especially as we head into next week a little bit later on in the newscast.
Improvement would be nice.
Anything would be better.
We'll see you in a few minutes, Gary. Thank you. A Sun Prairie man is in the hospital after suffering a gunshot wound to his hand and an injury to his eye. Officers responded to the Foxdale Apartments around 10:15 last night after a report of a shooting. They found a 19-year-old man who was shot inside. Witnesses described the suspect as a man armed with an AR-style rifle. Officers believe the shooting was targeted, and they are seeing an uptick in shootings in that area.
What pauses me, it gives me some concern, is now, a rifle was used, in this situation. Some of our past shootings have all been handguns, and now a rifle is introduced in this, and that makes it obviously a lot more lethal and dangerous.
Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sun Prairie Police Department non-emergency line. The cause of a barn fire in Sun Prairie is under investigation. Crews were called to the 6,000 block of County Road VV around 7:30 last night for reports of a barn engulfed in flames. Officials say it was a box alarm fire, which means crews from other agencies were sent in to help. In total, crews from 17 fire departments helped fight the fire for more than 4 hours. Officials say more than 171,000 gallons of water was used. A home near the barn was damaged, but no one was injured in the fire. Nearly 100 wildfires continue to ravage 6 western states. So far, at least 7 people have died. Firefighters are doing their best to get the upper hand, and a state of emergency has been declared in California. A 12-year-old boy and his grandmother died in Oregon's Marion County, where the damage is immense. In Washington, more acres burned in a single day than in a typical year.
This is an extraordinary series of events we have suffered. They are the result of catastrophically dangerous climatic systems.
Cooler, less windy conditions could give firefighters a break today before more heat returns to the West Coast this weekend. President Trump is pushing back against a new book from journalist Bob Woodward in which the president says he downplayed the severity of the coronavirus pandemic. President Trump is calling Woodward's new book, Rage, quote, a hit job. The Washington Post published excerpts with audio clips of President Trump acknowledging the severity of the coronavirus to Woodward back in February.
You just breathe the air. That's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus.
He had the information. He knew how dangerous it was. And while this deadly disease ripped through our nation, he failed to do his job on purpose. It was a life and death betrayal of the American people.
The president tweeted this morning, Bob Woodward had my quotes for many months. If he thought they were so bad or dangerous, why didn't he immediately report them in an effort to save lives? Woodward said that he didn't publish the president's audio sooner, saying he wanted time to vet the president's statements. Professional football is finally back tonight. Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs will take on J.J. Watt and the Houston Texans in front of about 16,000 carefully placed spectators in Arrowhead Stadium tonight. All fans must wear masks, stay inside assigned stadium zones, and only tailgate with people that they are sitting near. There's also new rules for players and coaches, which include frequent testing. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Budget friendly? Yes. Made in under 30 minutes? Yes. Tasty? Well, that's a big yes. So stay right where you are because the recipe's coming up next.
We're looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program. Now remember, zip code and location are important. We're going to put a good neighbor sign in your yard, curb appeal counts, and if you call in now, you'll get special savings on the Eco Sky windows. We want to prove to every homeowner we can give your home an energy upgrade before winter. Beautiful windows, custom made, bay, bow, double hung, and slider. And we've been in the #1 spot as the top-rated remodeler here in Wisconsin for the last 8 years. And now you can be one of 50 homeowners to get special savings on new windows from Mad City Windows. 75% off labor, 60 months, 0 interest. And we're going to compensate you for your time. A $100 Walmart gift card with purchase and a $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616. MadCityWindows.com.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my 2 little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We've got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable health care. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
My wife and I were seriously injured in a car accident.
My daughter was seriously injured in a car accident.
We were just totally lost.
I contacted Bowler and Vaughn, made an appointment, and boy, did it change our lives.
Bowler and Vaughn eased my mind, and they took care of everything.
Add classic style to your bathroom with Magic Woods vanities from Menards. Magic Woods offers a great combination of style and quality. Right now, they're all 11% off. Remove unwanted moisture with Energy Star rated Polonis dehumidifiers. This model removes up to 20 pints of water per day. Only $119.99 after 11% rebate. Save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Every once in a while, I like to make an appetizer and serve it for dinner. One of my favorites is nachos. That's why today we're sharing a beefy recipe for nachos that is dinner worthy. We start by marinating a flank steak in some lemon juice, garlic, and a few seasonings. Once a steak has soaked up all that flavor, we can broil it or grill it inside or out until it's medium rare or so. While that finishes up, we take some tortilla chips and place them on an oven-proof platter or a couple of baking sheets. Then we top them with some shredded cheddar cheese and bake them off just long enough to let the cheese melt. After that, it's time to slice our steak across the grain and top our cheesy nachos with it. All that's left to do now is pile on our typical toppings. You know, tomatoes, onions, olives. You get the idea. Talk about a fun change of pace way to serve dinner. And like always, you can make this your very own by adding or leaving out whatever toppings you want. The recipe for our amazing marinated steak nachos is online now, so you can enjoy this for a light dinner or hearty afternoon snack. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a nacho-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Another cloudy and cooler day for us. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has more ahead in your first WARN forecast.
You know, we have thousands of satisfied customers here at Mad City Windows. We put a great window in your home, the Eco Sky windows with Sky Mirror technology. Our customers can really tell the difference.
The quality of the window and the product is amazing.
You know, who can complain when you get what you pay for?
You're going to like the way we treat you, and right now we're looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program. And you're going to save a lot of money on new windows from Mad City Windows. 75% off labor for starters, 60 months, zero interest. And if you call in now, we're going to compensate you for your time, a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. And if you call today, we have a nice gift for you, $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Now remember, zip code and location are important. Call to be one of those 50 homeowners. Call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616. Call Mad City Windows right now.
Donald Trump is lying again. Joe Biden will not raise taxes on anyone making under $400,000. Biden will close tax loopholes for big corporations. Trump's tax cut giveaway exploded our debt, so he's threatening Social Security and Medicare. Biden will make the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share, so we can protect Social Security and Medicare and invest in schools and health care.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. We know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to people my age, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Friday morning, Hattie will have a look at your weekend forecast.
And Friday marks the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. We'll show you how local fire departments are marking the day and how you can help make a difference. That's tomorrow morning.
Journalist, educator, leader, mentor. News 3 Now salutes retiring editorial director Neil Heineman for his extraordinary impact on Madison and beyond. Farewell to a friend. A special FTR Sunday morning at 10:30. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Tech stops aim to make up for lost ground, and the All-American Road Trip arrives in travel size. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
Stocks are continuing their rebound this morning as investors shrugged off the latest job market data. The tech sector returns to being the star of the show after having its wings clipped last week. Another 884,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, according to the Labor Department. That was worse than expected, and despite coming in under a million, it is one of the worst showings on record. The economy is struggling to stabilize, with some industries like restaurants and hospitality still not at full capacity. AstraZeneca says that despite halting a late-stage trial of its COVID-19 vaccine, it should still be on track to know by year-end whether its vaccine is effective. The caveat, AstraZeneca says this timeline can happen as long as it is cleared to resume trials. The company paused testing when one of its trial participants showed signs of illness. A safety review is expected to determine whether the illness is tied to the vaccine. And since 2020 is the year of the road trip, Airbnb is hosting 2 tiny themed getaways for the fall season for $1 a night. The vacation home rental service is offering tiny homes, one in New York and the other in California, and the $1 stays come with a personal Mini Cooper. Both are up for booking starting at 4 p.m. Eastern today. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's down 126 points. The NASDAQ off 5. The S&P 500 is down 11. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this dreary Thursday.
Just can't shake this stuff, I tell you. And I was talking this morning on the early show about how I'm looking forward to seeing cows back on campus. Although we still are so much in flux on what's going to happen to the student population, I'm happy to see that the dairy cows have been brought back on campus. They had been ushered off earlier this spring because of COVID-19, lack of student assistance to be able to feed them, take care of them, and get them milked. But the girls are back on campus, at least for right now. Some really good pictures of them on my Facebook page if you want to take a look. Fabulous farm babe. Everybody's kind of been welcoming them back via social message as well. We are also beginning today with the Wisconsin Sheep and Wolf Festival's virtual show. Obviously, they can't do too much as usual out at the Jefferson County Fair Park, but they have their country store mercantile that opened this morning at 8 a.m. for anybody that's maybe doing a little shopping. Normally, artisan gifts like wool art, fleeces, different things that you might be thinking about for Christmas would be able to be purchased out at Jefferson County Fair Park. Well, now that we can't really do too much with that, you can buy it online. So don't forget that store opened this morning and will continue through Sunday. So you want to make sure that you take action on that. Keeping an eye on the grain trade. Tomorrow is that USDA crop report. Also, traders are paying attention to Illinois, Iowa, and Nebraska. They say the soybean condition rating this week went down between 5 and 7 points. That is a big deal and something that we're going to have to keep an eye on as we get closer and close to the combine. Here in Wisconsin, we're just kind of hoping things start to dry out just a little bit. I did get a report from a buddy of mine that was kind of up in, we'd say central Wisconsin. They had 39 degrees on the thermometer this morning, and the cranberry bogs were starting to pump out water to protect that fruit that will soon be ripe. Barrel cheese today down 4.5 cents on 2 trades at $1.63. 40-pound block cheese down 3/4 cents at $2.15 with 5 trades. Double A butter, that dropped 1 3/4 quarters today, 148 and a quarter, but 16 trades on that price mark, which again tells me that a lot of our processors and folks that might be in the food retail business are maybe starting to stack the deck in their favor for whatever the holiday season is going to look like as far as entertaining and normal holiday consumption.
A lot of question marks about that, that's for sure. All right, Pam, see you later. Here's Gary now with your forecast.
Well, unfortunately, we have not been able to get rid of the showers. They're sticking around for this afternoon. So 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Not only will they have the showers, but it will remain unseasonably cool this afternoon with high temperatures only in the lower 50s. Tomorrow will be cloudy, but mainly dry. I think there's a slight chance of showers later in the afternoon. Better chances for showers and isolated thunderstorms arrive tomorrow night into Saturday. But the good news after that is we're still expecting dry weather and pleasant conditions for all of next week. We've set records the last couple of days for the coolest high temperature for the date. On Tuesday, we set a record with a high of 54. Yesterday, we only got up to 51. The previous record's 57 for the coldest high temperature on the date. And today, the record is 54, and I'm only looking for a high of 53, so it's possible we could set another record today. Rainfall over the last 24 hours has generally been pretty light, less than 1/4 of an inch through much of southern Wisconsin, maybe some 1/4 to 1/2 inch amounts out in the western portion of the state. But you add that compared to what has fallen since actually late Saturday night, and there still are some very impressive rainfall totals that have piled up over parts of eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, and southwestern Wisconsin. Over southwestern Wisconsin, we were actually close to at least minor drought conditions, so having that kind of rain spread out over a couple of days really was a good thing. The northeastern part of our viewing area had the heavy rain the week before, and fortunately, they've got the least amount of rain so far. But still, light showers continue to move through the area. They extend back at least into parts of Iowa. There is a break farther to the west, so hopefully later on tonight, we'll see the showers come to an end. Additional rainfall from showers and isolated thunderstorms from Friday night into Saturday could bring about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch generally across southern Wisconsin. There might be a spot or two that picks up over an inch in a heavier thunderstorm. That's more likely to be out to the west of us. That'll occur Friday afternoon. By the time the showers and storms reach us, it'll be Friday night into mainly Saturday morning, and that will probably limit the rainfall potential from those showers and thunderstorms. But again, we're dealing with this rain. We're on the northern edge of a system that divides warm and humid air. Temperatures already close to 90 south of the Ohio River to unseasonably cool air across much of the northern and central parts of the United States. That's after seeing near record heat into the Labor Day weekend. But notice the cool, rainy and cloudy weather here. Still some snows in the mountains of central Colorado. High pressure is located just to our north. We'll zoom in and you can see the showers still continuing here, but eventually they should start pulling out. But you can see the effect it's had on temperatures. They're in the upper 40s and lower 50s. These temperatures are not going to change very much through the afternoon hours. So unfortunately, it'll be unseasonably cool. For tonight, we're looking for cloudy skies, maybe some patchy fog, just a slight chance for a shower, low temperature dropping to 48 degrees. And then for tomorrow, look for a high of 64. Not as cool, just a slight chance for a late afternoon shower. 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see those temperatures back in the upper 60s for Saturday. Showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm. But the good news is after that, notice the dry weather expected for next week. High temperatures will be in the upper 60s or in the low to mid 70s. We'll see plenty of sunshine, and it looks like dry weather for at least a week, maybe a little bit longer too. So we'll have a chance to dry out there.
It would be nice to dry out a little bit.
It will.
Gary, thank you. Up next, our Pet of the Week. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
In the race for a vaccine, the finish line is approaching. Safety protocols in place, and the greatest economy the world has ever seen coming back to life. But Joe Biden wants to change that. I would shut it down. Why would we ever let Biden kill countless American businesses, jobs, and our economic future when President Trump's great American comeback is now underway?
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Remember, we're looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our home evaluation program. Those 50 homeowners are going to save a lot of money in the Eco Sky windows with Sky Mirror technology. You're going to be compensated for your time, and our windows have a 0.17 U factor, one of the lowest, if not the lowest, in the industry. Now remember, more than 50 homeowners will call in, but only 50 will qualify. Call Mad City Windows right now. Zip code and location are important. We're going to put a good neighbor sign in your yard, curb appeal counts, and you're going to get great windows in your home. We want to prove to each and every homeowner we can give you an energy upgrade. You're going to get 75% off labor, 60 months, zero interest, a $100 Walmart gift card as we compensate you for your time. Ask about virtual online estimates, and if you call now, $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. Call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616. MadCityWindows.com.
If a physical or emotional condition keeps you from working, Social Security should pay disability benefits. Often it doesn't, and deserving people are denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't give up. In Wisconsin, we've turned thousands of disability denials into approvals. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
A job's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. Under my plan, 50% of emergency small business relief would be reserved for the smallest businesses to recover from the economic mess we're in and to rebuild the economic future our country deserves. Building wealth for families of color. Building a future worthy of their courage and their ambition. Just imagine if we could truly unleash their full potential. I'm confident we can do this. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
It is time to introduce you to our pet of the week, Beatrix. She is an adult domestic short-haired cat. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society say she requires a lot of love and attention. She loves being petted and cuddles. They tell us she brings sunshine wherever she goes. If you're interested in adopting Beatrix or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. And our pet from last week, Della, is still on the lookout for a new home. Dane County Humane Society is holding a drive-through pet food pantry, open and free to all Dane County residents. Thanks to generous donors, Dane County Humane Society is able to provide free cat and dog food to anyone who needs it with contactless pickup. The DHCS Pet Food Pantry will take place September 12th from 10 to 2 at the Dane County Humane Society. That's at 5132 Vogues Road in Madison. More information is provided on the Dane County Humane Society's Facebook page. And here's Gary now with one final check of the forecast.
Well, the showers, unfortunately, are sticking around at least for a while longer. Doppler radar shows them pretty widespread across southern Wisconsin, and you can see the effect it's having on temperatures. Upper 40s to around 50 degrees right now. Temperatures will be back in the mid-60s for tomorrow, upper 60s on Saturday with still some rain chances, but then dry weather is expected for next week with temperatures in the 70s.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Gary. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.